there's more than meets the eye with our main male character, Inoho. With this episode, we see that he's a very intelligent character. I mean, we've already seen a couple times he's shown his intelligence, but with this episode, he goes beyond what we have seen, and he concretes himself off as a very badass main character. He may not have any emotions, and everybody may still complain about his character, saying he's either very generic, he's uncaring, or why would you care about a character that has no personality? Which I can agree. At the moment, Inoho pretty much is no personality. He has no personality, and really at this moment I have nothing to really relate to him with. But as a main male character standpoint, he's a very intelligent character, and he's very smart. He definitely puts his smarts into the battle, because with this episode, it shows you that he fought ahead over this enemy soldier, this Martian, and drug him into the water and had a flash, like, steam explosion, which threw me off. I'm like, holy shit! It really threw me off. And then you had the entire explosion plates on the mech, and when they exploded, it caused the plasma to disperse, and it made it to where Inoho could grab the mech's arms and drag it into the water. Right there, that was really fucking intense and awesome. And once again, that fucking music! I want to do it again. I love that fucking music! Come on. Am I the only one that loves that soundtrack? Okay, I know for a fact I'm not the only one that loves that fucking soundtrack. I know for a fact I cannot be the only one. That soundtrack out of everything from this anime season. It is the best damn soundtrack I have seen, because even if a scene barely has nothing going on, that fucking music is just like, oh my god, I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack from the epic shit. So, the music is so good. It really is. It's one of the biggest points about the series. It's like the strongest things about the series that really continues to make it flow so well and makes it so entertaining. That music really helps this series. Now, the animation, once again, I gotta compliment that fucking animation. I mean, the animation is insane. It's so insane. All those mechs are fucking CGI, and you see the way they look and all that. It just looks so beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, really. I mean, the way you see the CGI move, it makes you believe it's not even fucking CGI. That's how good it looks. I'm like, dude, that's so good. It really looks so good. It really does. And I give the animating team, the animators that are currently working on this series, props. That fucking animation and the CGI is really impressive. Probably one of the best uses of CGI I've seen all year long. It really is that good. Now, besides that, the main focus of this episode is pretty much the ceasefire. And at the end of this episode, a lot of shit just went down. For instance, the King of Mars announced that we're going to war. Burn Earth to the ground. I'm like, is this fucking Halo? Is this Halo? Are they about to glass the planet? That's exactly what I thought, because, I mean, burn Earth. And I'm like, oh my god, that's not good. And so, pretty much, you have a lot of manipulation going on here in this. I mean, a lot of politics messing with each other, because in this episode, Slane did the right thing and tried to tell the Martian King, the princess's father, that she was still alive, but instead, before he got there, one of the assassins managed to get there before him, told a lie to the king, and of course the king would believe one of his, like, knights over Slane that was a Terran or Earthling. So, really interesting. I like how it's playing out, and pretty much you have a lot of behind-the-scenes manipulation that's really getting me entertained. And the big thing here is, will the king ever realize that his daughter's alive? I wonder what would happen if he realized that his daughter was alive and he was still bombing the fucking planet. I mean, what if? This is a what if. What if, you know, the princess dies because of the king, and then he finds out later on? Oh my god, that'd be so freaking tragic. Honestly, at this standpoint, you really can't blame the king for his actions. So let's think about this logically, okay? If your sister, your daughter, someone was to get killed, okay? And she got slaughtered. And literally out of nowhere, like, you went there for peace, but you got, you know, retaliation and evil, and you had murder to your own flesh and blood. I mean, you would probably be very pissed too, and you'd probably want to go to war, get revenge, do something. I mean, that's a logical choice of human actions we would do. And so, I actually have to compliment the king on actually choosing to do a ceasefire at the beginning of this episode. That takes a lot of balls, a lot of willpower, and a really good person to actually say, let's do a ceasefire until we find out what's going on. And so technically, from this episode, the king is a very good guy. He's a very good guy, and he actually did something very logical. He's attacking Earth, even though we know Earth is in the right. Technically, the Martian king is in the right too, since he really believes his daughter got assassinated by Earthlings. So, you have to think about this from his point of view. But at the same time, and it's going to be tragic when he finds out that the Earthlings didn't do this, but it was his own people, he's definitely going to be very upset. Now, also, with this, it seems like Slain is going to be sentenced to death very soon, because now the king believes that Slain's an enemy, and then you have, the Orbital Knight's probably going to find out next episode, and so Slain is probably going to be killed. Or he's going to have to escape to the Earthlings, which I've already theorized a couple times in a couple of videos, and a lot of Chibits also talked about it. So, and Slade's probably going to go join the Earthlings and try to help out the princess to be able to get to her father. So it's going to be really interesting to see this entire element. Overall, the episode is very good, entertaining, engaging, and I love the different things they did in this episode, like so much detail in the backgrounds and characters, and I like that a lot. And so, once again, another flawless fucking episode of aldnoah.zero. Well, nothing's flawless, I'm gonna be honest there, but it's a very fucking good episode. Very, very good episode. So, anyways, everybody, tell me your thoughts about this episode. What was your favorite moment? What was your favorite battle in this episode? And also, what you feel about all the plot development we got going on in this episode? For instance, what you feel about the king? Do you understand his point of view? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.